So I'm unsure if I talked about this in detail before. I know I most likely have brought it up with other videos I have made, but for anyone new and for my own personal reasons, I want to talk about how I came out to my family. Well, some of them anyway. And let me just say, it didn't go well. Hey guys, Blazie here, and well, I'm gay, or something like that. It's been a long journey that keeps changing, but I'm definitely into men. I much prefer big squishy pecs over big squishy boobs. 90% of the time, anyway.
Exactly how plump is he?
But back in 2012, I was definitely just gay. This poster up here being a constant reminder of that, and I realise you can't see that on the screen. I might show a little image of it if I can be bothered. Which that is a poster from my very first furry convention in Melbourne, Australia. Yes, it's pronounced Melbourne, not Melbourne, like a lot of Americans think. And just to clarify why I'm here, this one here with all the dinosaurs is from Furry Down Under, the first Queensland convention I went to, so that's why that is up there, and not just because I like big squishy dinos, though that is a bonus. So anyway, technically in a way, I came out when I was around 15 to my mum. I had an online boyfriend at the time when I was in the Pokemon fandom, also the furry fandom, but mostly in like the Pokemon fandom. Even though I don't like Pokemon that much, it was just the group I found. I was a Jolteon, a fox that stood out in the storm and got electrocuted. He was a Growlithe. It was a different but good time, and well, we wanted to meet up, even though I understand now that was never going to happen at a young age. And so I told my mum about him, and she quickly banned me from the internet and got real angry with me. And this is kind of the start of it all. The start of a different relationship with my family, keeping secrets, anxiety going up, depression going up, so on and so forth. But we never really talked about it. I get that she was protecting me from strange people on the internet, but joke's on you, Ma. I met him a couple years later and we did the deed and it was mid as hell, but joke's on you. I think. I might have just burned myself a little. But also, I never forget one thing she told me. Well, okay, I don't remember if it was 15 or 16, but yeah. Anyway, she said, "You're 15, you don't know what you want." I understand, even back then, I kinda understood it was her own insecurities coming out, because she got pregnant at 16 years old. So her saying you don't know what you want is generally because of that. But hey, I still don't know what I want, so thanks Ma for putting that in my head. But as I said, we never really talked about it, and I never really came out that I was gay. And then I became a fursuiter. See, being a furry is one thing, but once you have that fursuit, you want to show it off. You want to go to meets and conventions and start hanging out with everyone and show off how awesome you now look. And so I decided I wanted to go to a furry convention. At the end of 2012 was Mid-Fur, a furry convention in Melbourne. I organised a hotel with a friend and had someone drive us up there. I remember it well because I've never done a 10-hour car trip before. Not to mention, we started driving around midnight to get there when the hotel opens up so we can go into our rooms. So me and my friend had to stay awake for the driver's sake, and I just remember constantly nodding off. But it would be like I had my head up, and then it would just blop right down, and then it would go back up again. But the key thing is, it would be a couple minutes later, and I'll look around, see something weird outside the window because I'm just hallucinating because how tired I am, and then my head would just drop again, and then lift back up, and it'd be like an hour later, or even just like a minute or two later, I would just keep doing it, I would just keep dropping my head and lifting it up, and it would be like a couple minutes later, because he had like the little time on like his little dashboard thingy on in his car, so I knew what the time was, and so yeah, I just kept on bloop 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 bloop. Definitely not healthy, and it was very scary. Not gonna lie, it was pretty scary, but it was also kind of funny. So alright, we are finally here at the convention part of the story. I apologize for that, and wow, did I just feel alive. I was more happier than I'd ever been in my life. Right away, I was making new friends out of me over several more years in other conventions, and still have most of them on my friends list. Not only that, but just being surrounded by like-minded people, and really, like, the first time surrounded by the LGBTQI+, was just... This was home. Was my home. This felt like home. I felt safe. I felt comfortable. More comfortable than I have ever been. I was happy. So I decided to come out to my mum. But it was years of frustration that I let out. Because I remembered those words. So it was years of frustration. So I kind of did so over text. Yeah, I came out over text. And I said some mean things, I'll absolutely admit. But also, like, I'm 18, I could be whoever I want, is kind of what I said, but then I don't remember all the other details, I will admit. But I don't think it was that bad. But the key thing is, I turned my phone off. because I have anxiety. And I didn't want to deal with a blowback. Which was a big mistake, I understand that. I know I messed up. But coming out isn't easy, like... I would at least hope that they would ask questions or be like, okay, yeah, you said the wrong things, you were bad and all that, but let's talk about it, But that's not what happened. It was a big mistake, I do understand that, but because of this, the family tried calling me and ended up calling another furry and telling them what I'd done, making them mad at me and hate me, which they were another South Australian furry, but it's okay, because they kind of disappeared after a couple months anyway, and just so whatever to that. But yeah, I finally answered at that point, and I didn't have a home to return to. They kicked me out of the house and told me I'll be living with my dad, which is a whole nother messy side, which I've already talked about a good couple times, but yeah, that was a whole thing. I starting to think I have actually told the story before, but oh well, again, it's for new people, and just in general, have this video for me to be able to look back on that's just talking about this in particular. But yeah, so I came out during a furry convention and it went bad. Because then, there I was sitting in part of a hotel just crying my eyes out. But here I was being vulnerable, telling my family I was gay, and instead my mum made it all about herself. As I found out, she has depression, and she took a bunch of pills, apparently. Let's just say that. That's about all I really know and understand. So here I am spending the last day of the convention, knowing that I almost killed my mum. I'd have to move out to my dad's, and they didn't like who I was. But you know what? I still partied. I still felt safe at the con. Like, I did feel terrible. Do not get me wrong about that. I was in a really dark place. But I was with people who made me feel safe and comfortable. I made a really good friend who was there for me the entire time, and I really absolutely appreciate and love them for doing so, and so I felt safe. I felt safe to go out and party and enjoy the rest of the convention. I had people who had listened to me and understood my story who had similar experiences with family. So I still felt happy. Until I came home and had to move everything and was told how bad I was, how bad of a son I was. And even though they said, oh, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care, it's what you said. No, you did care. You did, or else you would have sat me down and talked about the gay thing. But we never did talk about the gay stuff. We never did. And that's because she wanted to avoid it. They wanted to avoid it. They didn't talk about that. They just talked about how bad of a son I was, how much I messed up, and just, you're like, I don't want you around anymore. I don't want you here, or whatnot. Like, you just wanted me gone. You didn't want to talk about it, because then you would have understood and sat me down and talked, but we didn't talk because you didn't want to talk about it. You didn't want to believe it. It was only recently my mum, while kind of drunk, told me she loves me for who I am and it's okay and all that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it took her years to accept me. And also when I was moving things, my pop put me into my room and told me he'll kill me if I ever do anything to his daughter again, aka my mum. So yeah, that happened. What a fun family. So I came out during a furry convention, almost killed my mum, and my pop said he would kill me. Fun, fun, fun. And then moving in my dad, like, he was not respectful about the gay stuff and all that. He was very much, like, he wasn't a bad person or anything like that. Please do not get me wrong again about that. It's just that he's a very straight person who loves showing off women and just like, look at this girl, she has big boobs, haha. And it's just like, Dad, seriously, have respect. It's not even that I'm like grossed out by or anything like that. It's just have some respect, man. God damn. Not for me being gay, but for the women. Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so that's basically my story. Yep, fun. But was it worth it in the end? I mean, everything's kind of worked out. Everything's kind of worked out in its own way. It took 10 years or whatever, but everything kind of worked out. I love where I'm at now. Yeah, I'm still struggling with things here and there, but generally everything is better. Yeah, things are okay. Things are okay. Yeah, so let me know, like, if you guys want to talk about, like, how you guys came out, let me know down in the comments below. And I hope this doesn't, like, deter people away from coming out. Be yourself, you know. It's something I always say. It's something I learned about myself, is be who you want to be. If you want to be gay, and so on and so forth. You know, that's why I say that at the end of my videos, because I want people to be who they are. Life is too short not to be who you are. So anyway, guys, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you if you love me, is what I was going to say. But yeah, actually, first I will also say, follow me over on Blue Sky. I have a Blue Sky. It's all linked down below. If you like what I do, then yeah, help me out with PayPal. I'll absolutely love you if you do. But yes, give this video a like, subscribe to our channel because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and VitoFox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now.